Let's talk about that live stream. Man, you guys know I was very negative of Duet Night Abyss since the first beta, and then even more in the second beta. And then when they announced that they were going to go free to play, I was like, how are they possibly going to make money? Just skins is not going to be enough to get the game going. I still kind of have that fear a little bit, but after that live stream, I will say, when they showed that 1.1 area, it didn't even look like the same game. It looked like Unreal Engine 5. It looked like something out of one of the cutscenes in Black Myth Wukong. It looked really AAA, like that area. It looked phenomenal. The clouds and the, you know, fog coming, dripping over the mountains and everything. That area looked insane. I think they pretty much like gave up on 1.0 because redesigning that entire area was probably gonna be way too much. And it looks like 1.1 is where we can start to see some really big improvements in the game. So I will suffer through 1.0 even if it's bad just to get to 1.1 because 1.1 looked really good. Everything being free looks good, right? They haven't showed us the price, right? And everything being farmable, it looks easy enough. I thought it was going to be something like, oh, imagine it takes like 3 months to farm one character, right? But no, they pretty much made it where it's like you have a 28-day period to infinitely farm because there's no stamina and there's no gating. So as soon as it comes out, you could just farm it nonstop, right? And I said that that's going to be a good, you know, I also said like this game is not going to be fun unless you be able to play with friends. And I knew that there was co-op, but like it didn't seem as useful until they showed like how you farm for the characters. And the fact that you can do that in co-op with your friends, that makes it more community driven. It makes it more fun for streams, hanging out on Discord while playing the game and grinding the game together, grinding for the characters, the weapons, helping your friends farm for that to make it faster, right? So it makes it so there's like a reason to keep playing the game. I think that looked really good. The optimization and stuff, it looks okay. I had a lot of problems. A lot of people had a lot of problems with optimization in the beta. It looks a lot better now, but you know, we can't tell until we get it in our hands, right? As for all we know, we get the game in our hands and it runs like crap. Graphically, 1.0 does not look that great. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It looks like Genshin or Star Rail, which, you know, the art style wise, those games look fine. But if you compare it to something like Wuthering Waves or like any like Tales of Arise or something along those lines, it doesn't pair, right? It doesn't match up. It's not as good, right? Graphically. But that 1.1 area looked amazing. I can't wait for that. It looks insane. It doesn't even look like the same game. I was blown away by that. One thing I do think is going to be an issue though, I don't see this game surviving off of gacha, the skins. I don't think the skins are going to make them enough money to be able to do amazing updates like that 1.1 area. We don't know the prices for the characters, right? We don't know if we saw the character bundle thing on the bottom left when they showed that screen, but we don't know if it's going to cost $40, $60, $60 to $90 like Warframes, you know, Primuses or whatever the hell they were called in that game. We don't know if it's going to cost 100, right? If they could be insanely based, and if they don't want people to farm for that, they could charge like 30 to 50 bucks, and I think people would be fine with that. Because that would be like buying a new game. It's still a lot of money for a single character, right? But people do it in Warframe, right? 30 to 50 bucks, I think, is okay. If they charge like $100 for a character, nobody's fucking doing that, especially when you can just farm the character within 28 days. And it's a permanent thing that will not go away. You can always go back and farm it, they said. There's literally no point to spend money. The gacha, for the limited skins, not a lot of people are going to summon on that either. I think they underestimate how many people actually give a shit about skins. Not a lot of people care about that. Not to mention, there's also ways to get those free to play. So, don't think there's going to be a lot of money being spent there either. And we also don't know. They did show that there are going to be some that are going to be in the priced in the shop, probably like $10 to $30, maybe more. Who knows? Depending on if they change animations or whatever. I think that they would make more money if they just charge people outright in the shop, like $20, $10 for cheaper skins. If they have like skins that completely change the animations of the characters and everything, 30 to 40 bucks, okay, sure, whatever. It's still really expensive, but I'd rather that than having to gacha a skin that would cost like, from what we saw, it looked like it would be something that would have like an 80 pity, right? We don't know, but that's what it looked like. Imagine it has an 80 pity and it costs $150 to get 80 pulls, right? Around there. That would mean that you would have to spend $150 to get a skin. You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to do it. They'll do that for characters because you can play with the character. There's things you can do with the character. You can't. A skin is just a skin, right? $150 for a skin is ridiculous. Like Honkai Star Rail's bow, if you spend 20,000 gems, which is to buy 20,000 gems in Honkai Star Rail without the bonuses, is like $300. Like, and it's barely changed any animation than the regular skin. All it did was add the Trailblazer to the thing. So skins do not, I don't think skins are going to be enough to support this game. I want to see what this game's going to be like a month after launch, or 2 months. I feel like 2 months after launch, they're going to do some monetization changes, because there's no possible way that this game survives off of skins. I don't think so. Not in the way to get updates like what that 1.1 area. Like, I don't think this game is going to be able to give us updates like 2.0 or Septimont in Wuthering Waves with the little money that they're going to be. I mean, it's not going to be little. They're probably still going to make millions, but they're not going to be making like 100 million a month from just selling skins. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to monetize this game in a way that's going to make them make a lot of money and also do good updates. I'm kind of worried about that, but we'll see when the game's out. The game comes out on Tuesday, and I will be streaming it, but a lot of people are hyped about it being free. Everything's free. I will say the one thing about gacha players, a lot of those free-to-play people, they will never spend money. They're very stingy. It's not like Valorant or Overwatch where, you know, people want to just throw, casual gamers will just throw $20 to get a skin, right? Gacha players are broke-ass motherfuckers, no offense, that play these games because they're free and they can't afford a PC or a console. So, you know, I don't really see people summoning on a gacha for skins or spending money on a character when you can easily farm it. I think they underestimate how patient free-to-play players are. So we'll see when the game's out.